Hello and welcome to Wake and Jake with myself and BBD. One last time before I go on a little vacation. I will tease that a little bit because some of you like the personal life stuff. I think my one baseball topic today will be circling around Juan Soto. If you've heard of him, he's already been traded in the past not calendar year, I guess.
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
Year and change.
And it seems everyone keeps saying he'll get traded, and the team on the cap I'm wearing right now, if you're watching on the YouTube, boy, do they need it, as we just kind of talked about in an episode of Talkin' Yanks. Couple things. We'll end with a little bit of football, a little weekend preview. I'll do Juan Soto now, and then I'll do some Jakey Life stuff, and because I think more people will want Juan Soto. I just opened Dave Schoenfield. I reference him a lot. Should we reach out to him? Why not? Writes for ESPN, and he did an article, The Trades We Want to See at MLB's Winter Meetings. I can plug through a couple quick as we get there. They have the Mets. Who should the Mets trade Pete Alonso to? I thought these were two fun answers. Kylie McDaniel's in on this, too. Normally, I don't know if he's still focused on prospects, but he does all of baseball. I like Kylie.
He dives into the other elements of reporting, too, but he's like a prospect expert, I'd say.
And this is just to kind of get our baseball hats on for what could be coming, as there's also been Dylan Cease could be traded soon, rumors. The New York Mets should trade Pete Alonso to the Chicago Cubs is a fun answer. That's the one that Schoenfield gave. I don't know. It would just be an interesting fit. God, he kind of has Cubby vibes to him. Wrigley would love that guy. For 1 year, would the Cubs give him the extension? Who are the Cubs going to give the big contract to? Besides Jason Hayward.
They want to pay somebody.
I guess they get Dansby. Got a big boy
Dansby
contract.
is a big deal. They extend Ian Happ.
But, so I don't know. If you trade for Pete Alonso, I'd like to think you'd look into extending him because there's not much as insured power as Pete Alonso can bring to the table. The other option that I thought was funny, and this is where Kylie went, he's just being Kylie, the Milwaukee Brewers. We've mentally kind of counted the Brewers out because there's rumors they're going to trade Burns and Adames. Where Kylie went, which I like, and you'd be surprised how much of this stuff works this way, David Stearns is running the Mets. He just came from the Milwaukee Brewers. He probably loves the Brewers prospects because he drafted all of them. So if they're really getting off of Alonso, if the Mets are actually punting 2024, which I've been skeptical of, but you could talk yourself into, Phillies and Braves are still going to be there. You've got some prospects who are on a slightly different timetable. Would it be funny if he went to the Brewers, got a couple of his guys, and the Brewers were back in it for one more run? I'd be interested. Because I've kind of had Cardinal fever as they've been the only team doing stuff this hot stove, and the Cubs are supposed to make a big old splash, but those Brewers, they find a way sometimes. So I did think that was interesting. We've got Mike Trout. Angels should trade him to the Phillies. I think the only teams that really make sense are Phillies and Dodgers. There's a Dodger rumor, Ohtani and him both going over. I'm not going to believe Mike Trout gets traded until Mike Trout gets traded, unfortunately. I thought it would happen in previous years, if I'm being honest. And everything we know about him, he's not that guy to force it. So if you're the Angels, you have Mike Trout, and he's still kind of performing like Mike Trout. I know the injury bug has been more prevalent in recent years. I've wanted Trouter. God. Mike Trout since 2020, half illegal, I know. He's only played over 82 games once. 4 years. One's a shortened season, so illegal. But I don't know. This is kind of a big season. If Trout stays healthy the whole year and does Mike Trout things, that's fine. He's Mike Trout. If he doesn't, it's kind of like, whoa, what are the 30s going to look like for Mike Trout? But I'm unfortunately, with the Angels organization, I'm a non-believer till I am. The New York Yankees should trade Gleyber Torres to Schoenfield said the Pittsburgh Pirates. That doesn't check out to me.
Unless they're gonna extend him, but where Gleyber's at, that would be a big boy extension.
What they're referencing is the Pirates had the second worst WAR at second base, so you could instantly change that to Gleyber Torres. He can grow out his beard. He'd probably have a really nice year. It would very much seem like a one-year move, and the Pirates aren't in one-year mode, so I don't really see that happening.
They want to flip him again. It's a weird fit.
Yeah, I don't see that. Kylie has one of two teams that make a lot of sense to me. The Seattle Mariners, out went Teoscar Hernandez and Eugenio Suarez. Gleyber comes in. He would be right above Suarez's salary. And I do think he's a better all-around hitter. So I know Mariners fans, you guys have been jaunty with me. Actually, honestly, you guys have been good. There's a little bit of feedback on you got to replace Teoscar and Eugenio, and a chunk of the fans were saying, like, they were part of the problem, dude. They can be part of the problem, but they're also good major leaguers that you have to replace to a certain degree.
They can be out.
And maybe Gleyber
something.
Yeah, maybe it's Gleyber Torres and Jamer Candelario, and you kind of have replaced them, and you have less strikeouts. So for the Mariners, maybe there's more of a path than I thought. I also think the Tigers are a perfect Gleyber Torres fit, and they have a couple arms that they could throw over the Yankees' way too. If that trade happens, Mariners and Tigers really jump out. Glasnow, they went Cubs and Padres. Padres, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, they need to do the Soto trade so I can even imagine what the future looks like for them.
Start figuring out what's next.
Like, are they getting major leaguers or prospects? Are they getting rotation arms?
Without having done the trade, I think they're still trying to be good.
Right. I mean, they still have a ton of Tatis, Machado, Bogarts. They got guys getting paid. Musgrove, Darvish. I don't know. 1 year of Glasnow at $25 million or $35 million. Either way, that's just
25.
For 1 year?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't see that being a fit.
I don't think the Glasnow for the Padres.
Like, if the Padres are gonna do this trade Soto, but still try and
get 1 year of
someone like Dylan Cease, where you get 2 years at a lot cheaper. I think he's $8 million next year.
Yeah. Obviously, they can clear other salaries in the process of all this, but they're not trading $30 million of Juan Soto,
right? Just to bring
add
in
$25 million of Glasnow expiring at the same time.
Bring in 25 of Glass. Cubs, I guess so. I mean, I just really don't know where they're at. I would love if he has his breakout season with Glasnow's had breakout seasons, but not really. Only 1 year with 111 or more innings.
It's surprising when you see that shocking. He kind of hasn't.
It's shocking.
The year he got hurt, he was.
Yeah.
Then he got hurt. But
so
he the Cubs seem like they're going to do something, which we've been alluding to, but
it's just, what is that something? And is he the Stroman replacement? Is he not? I don't know. I mean, adding Alonso and Glasnow for 1 year, same guy, Schoenfield, did that, and he kind of calls himself out. I don't know. I haven't seen that. I kind of like Alonso more than Glasnow for them, but let's see. And they finish up a couple pitchers. Dylan Cease, who's being rumored. 2 years, like I said, I think it's $8 million, and then that probably jumps to like a 12 or 13. For what he can be, they have Baltimore and Braves, both very much in play. I kind of like those. I think those are probably the two top options. Although I think everyone's kind of in on Dylan Cease. 2 years, White Sox are selling half low. I wonder if they are going to attach money to him in a Moncada or someone else, or do they just let Moncada run out, and be done with him?
If the Cardinals are going to get another pitcher, he feels like he could be their vibe as well.
Cardinals get another pitcher. Give their ownership some love. Braves, Dylan Cease has Braves energy. The only problem is so does Corbin Burns, who he's rumored Dodgers and Orioles. They went flip there. I don't see him for the Orioles. I don't think Orioles are a one-year team. I don't think they value themselves that way. I do think the Dodgers are ready, and they've got a ton of young pitchers and other guys that they'd be willing to offer to the Brewers that I'm sure they would like. Burns is in play for the Braves. I think they're getting one of Glasnow, Burns, or Cease. Bieber, I don't know. I'm in a weird spot with Bieber. And that's who they finished with. Shane Bieber. Schoenfield says nobody keep him to go with their young rotation of Bybee, Gavin Williams, Logan Allen, Tristan McKenzie, and see where that gets you, because that could get you to a really good place.
Get you to a good place. One year left of Bieber coming off the injury. How much more than what you'd get in return on a qualifying offer is that? I don't know.
And then, Kylie throws out a team I wouldn't expect. The New York Mets. I don't know. If you're buying low on Bieber and you can extend him, I'm very open to that.
Yeah. I've mentioned this a few times in Yamamoto talks. Look at what the Mets' projected rotation is right now. They kind of do need. They're a team that actually needs major league pitchers.
They need innings. They need innings, and the Mets
has high-end ability.
The Mets have a plan, right? They brought in Stearns. They ate the money on Verlander and Scherzer. The Mets have a plan. We don't know exactly what it is yet. Talk about free agent years. We talk about this here. We talk about it on Talking Baseball. If Shane Bieber goes out next year and has his 2022 season, 200 innings pitched, 198 strikeouts, a 2.88, seventh in the Cy Young, Shane Bieber is going to get loads of money. Loads of money.
Sorry, missed time this year a little bit, but still a nice season. The 4 previous seasons, there's not a lot of guys who put together a 4-year run of that. I know some missed starts here and there. Really just 1 year of that because one of them's a shortened season. But
yeah, only 16 starts in 21.
That's the season there's missed time. Right. But the other 2 full seasons are full seasons. It's a really nice 4-year run. Some missed time.
Okay, so let's play this game. Last year, 21 starts. He got banged up a little bit. 21 starts, a 3.8 ERA. His FIP was lower. The strikeouts were down a little bit. Let's say he does that again. He has 1 IL stint, 21 starts, a 3.8. Shane Bieber, that'd be his age 29 season. Shane Bieber's looking at, still probably 5 for 100?
Yeah, where
depending how it looks and how it feels.
Obviously, if this was a shortened year, we're maybe looking at a pillow contract year situation. But
if he does a 2022,
if he repeated that,
31 starts, 2.88.
100. I agree. He would get.
You're getting closer to 200 than 100.
He would beat whatever Jordan Montgomery's getting this year. He'd have to. It's
a lot of money either way. Interesting. How are the Mets going to fill this out? And I wonder if it's kind of throw money at Bieber now and see if he bites for it and they take the risk. I don't know. That trade hasn't happened yet either. Shane Bieber could go to any team. So I don't love it, but I don't know. The Mets, a good team to keep in the back of your head because there hasn't been a ton of rumors outside. They're supposed to be one of the main Yamamoto teams, right? Mm-hmm. So if they're still willing to throw 9 years, 225 at someone, the Mets are going to be players this offseason. Yeah. It's just where.
We know their focus isn't necessarily on building specifically for 2024. So a lot of the 1-year guys are odd, but there's still a role or a reason to do that trade, even if you don't, in your heart of hearts, believe 2024 is your World Series year, 2025 is.
I think I'm going to...
A Bieber trade in. Apparently they're they're just not part of Soto talks, which isn't surprising, but...
I think I'm going to report a trade.
Okay.
Corbin Burns, Willy Adames to the Dodgers. They need the pitcher. They need the shortstop.
They've got prospies.
Right now it's listed as Mookie Betts at second, Gavin Lux at short. Hey, it's fun and all, and I love that Mookie can do it. Let's push Lux to second. Put Willy Adames at shortstop. Corbin Burns, 200 innings. Shohei Ohtani, maybe. That seems a little too good of a fit. I
love the duo. That duo would be great for the Dodgers.
Now the main event, and we talked about a lot in Talking Yanks, that comes out tomorrow or today, depending when you're listening. Juan Soto should be traded again. Less years from when he was traded last time. It was 2.5 years. And there's a legit prospect package that went over there. Dave Schoenfield in this article. The team he mentions is the Seattle Mariners. I don't know. They've got some young prospects. I talked about them replacing hitters. This was originally supposed to be their window. If it happened, I wouldn't be shocked. I would do a sad head turn as a Yankees fan, and I'd be very interested in the package to see why other teams didn't do it. But you could talk me into it, right? This is supposed to be what the Mariners are doing. J-Rod, they have a ton of pitchers. It's not the craziest thing. Dipoto and Preller have traded a bunch before. Kylie McDaniel, keeping me sane, has Juan Soto going to the New York Yankees. We heard there was a rumor today that they were talking players. I like that. It's a step in the right direction. It's 1 year of Juan Soto. There's also money attached to it. 30-something mil. Again, that affects a prospect or two in the deal. Like if Juan Soto was somehow making $5 million this year, that would equal another kind of big prospect. Look at what was it, the Verlander trade? The Mets like a $40 million or something?
The reason the Padres are open to doing this is because that's the quickest way they can clear $30 million.
This is what Kylie McDaniel, who covers prospects, works at ESPN, like if you think this is dumb John Boy Media Yankee stuff. Kylie McDaniel said both teams might accept a package similar to Chase Hampton, who was a rising prospect last year. He would be AAA, top 100 starting pitcher type prospect. Okay. Everson Pereira got called up by the Yankees, former top 100 prospect.
Still on there right now.
Got a couple. I think he's going to expire by their rules. They say former top 100. I don't know if that's their list.
He's been there before.
His eligibility is passed.
He's close. I think on opening day he'd be off it.
Yeah. He had kind of a bad cup of coffee, but so did Aaron Judge. So Everson Pereira probably shouldn't be judged off of that.
Yeah. And they're trading Soto, you get an outfielder back to play.
Right. A young outfielder who was a top 100 prospect. And then he has infielder George Lombard Jr., who was a 2023 first-round pick. So you've got recent first-round pick, not a top 100 prospect, probably has the potential to be, don't we all? Everson Pereira, former top 100 prospect, still kind of is, 23 years old going into next year, I believe.
And will be ready.
And Chase Hampton, who would start at AAA last year, was a fast riser. If he's healthy this year, he's probably going to be a major league pitcher at some point.
Figures to be.
If that is anywhere close to the actual package, the New York Yankees have to punch it. I mean, I asked the question on Talking Yanks. I was like, Soto versus, would you rather have Soto or Yamamoto? Almost a Soto sweep. I did leave it at 1 year of Soto because he's going to hit free agency.
He is not going to sign the extension.
I know we're the Yankees. I know when the Yankees want to sign one. Cole, Judge, they still sign him. They still have that feather in their cap, and if you trade for Juan Soto, you probably do that, but nothing's promised.
By the way, knowing he isn't going to sign an extension in and of itself should bring the trade price down.
And
part of what you're trading for, in theory, is the right to extend.
In theory, would hurt other teams more than the Yankees.
Yeah.
In theory. If this package is anywhere close, the Yankees have to punch it yesterday. If this package... Chase Hampton out, Clark Schmidt in. You have to punch that. If it's Michael King, it hurts. We fucking love Michael King. He's nasty. If he throws a $150 innings next year, he has a chance at Cy Young votes. I really think he's that guy.
He has figured it out at the major league level.
It's Juan Soto. It's Juan Soto.
If it's that package plus one of what we've said.
It's Juan Soto. He's generational. He's a lock for a 400 on base. You have him and Judge back-to-back in the lineup. Juan Soto played 162 games last year. 153 the year before, 151 the year before that, 47 in the shortened season, and then 150 the year before that. He has a career 421 on base percentage. It's in italics, which if you're a Baseball Reference nerd, that means he's the career leader in on-base percentage.
Gold's the career leader.
Career. I think it's italic career totals indicate active career leaders. So of active players, Juan Soto, who turned 25 in October, the highest on-base percentage of baseball players. He had a 930 OPS last year, played every game, finished 6th in the MVP, has an MVP 2. The Yankees desperately need lefties. They desperately need outfielders. They desperately need hitting. They desperately need on-base percentage. If Juan Soto is being traded and the package is anything close to where Kiley McDaniel, who also does this for a living, even if it's not close, the point Kiley's getting through is 1 year of a player who's getting $32 million. You don't fully pay for that. If you're the Yankees, your hands are half tied behind your back. You have to bring this guy to the Bronx. And if not, you have to sign him next year, and you better hope
after him.
You better hope your 2024 is pretty. Whatever that means.
How many times, around the office or just in different conversations you've had about the Yankees here or elsewhere, how many times have we said the following sentiment, which is Juan Soto's the only single move that can make me optimistic for next year? Even getting Yamamoto, that it's going to be an 8-year deal, long-term play. I believe in it. I'd be very excited about it. How much that changes my 2024 outlook is not crazy. It helps a whole lot. He's a potential ace. Juan Soto is the one, man.
He can make a bad lineup decent.
The Yankees would go from the worst left field production in all of baseball to, even in Juan Soto's worst year, one of the 4 best.
Healthy Rizzo, you start to dream. Do you have to trade Gleyber now? I don't know. But if Juan Soto gets traded and it's not to the New York Yankees, open your social media. Follow myself, BBD, John Boy, Joe's McFly, Dan Rourke. If that man gets traded, it better be to the Yankees or watch out.
There's no excuse. Between the money and the prospects you can give them,
nothing.
The Yankees line up perfectly for what the Padres would want in a trade.
Hopefully these news updates are coming soon. Winter meetings are coming up. BBD's heading there Sunday with Jolly Olive. Some breaking news. I don't know what I'll be around for. I am heading on vacation. I am heading to the wedding of a good friend. It's in a little bit of a weird spot because that friend is marrying someone that you may know. It's Cole Tucker. I don't think I'm supposed to say other details because he's marrying a real fucking celebrity. So that's crazy.
Weird stuff could happen.
I'll be with Trev. I'm sure you'll get some silly content out of us. And then Jess and I are kind of doing a honeymoon of sorts. We're staying there. We didn't do one because we got married in a very nice place. So yeah, I'm gonna be out of office for a little bit. Might have Zoe hop in for a Wake and Jake episode. Big sporty guy. I don't see if BBD and him can coordinate on that. I know you're gonna be busy as well, so we'll see.
Potentially hop on a Zoom.
Depending my internet situation, maybe I'll get involved or something. Nothing promised there. But I'm very excited for it, and I appreciate you guys understanding that it'll be a little bit of a different schedule out of us, but probably coolest thing I'll ever be invited to in my life. So Very interested to see how that all goes down. There's going to be some ball players there, Cole's friends. It's going to be like famous people. I don't know. I just have to not make an ass of myself. And I should be okay. We'll see. Maybe one night. So with that, I thank you guys for allowing me that opportunity. I will tee up the NFL football weekend for you because there are some actual big matchups. There's been big games, and the rest of the slate has felt dead. Let's see if it feels that way. I think we open up with an electric one. Seattle at the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys have been rolling, dominant at home. This game is huge for me. Why? In my fantasy league I care about, my wide receivers are CeeDee Lamb and DK Metcalf. So I'm hoping for a Thursday night shootout. We haven't gotten a ton of those. Let's see the Cowboys' dominance at home. The Seahawks have also faded pretty hard. They've lost 3 out of 4, losing Ravens, Rams, Niners. Their one win was the Commanders. Close. Man, they go Cowboys, Niners, Eagles. So Seahawks season kind of on the line. If they go to 6-6, it's a little over. If they go to 7-5, they'll be able to survive their next couple games. Again, very biasly rooting for the Thursday night shootout, which will bring us to Sunday, the Sabbath. Colts, Tennessee, no. Although the Colts have an okay record. They're 6-5 in that division, but you don't need to hear about that. Chargers, New England, no. I'm sorry. Lions, Saints, maybe. Maybe. Saints are at home. They need to show something in quick. Carr, I think he threw for 300 yards last week, but no touchdowns, so it was a tough week. They just lost to the Vikings and Falcons. But like you know with that division, basically if you win once every 2 weeks, you got a shot to win it. Lions looking to rebound. Extra rest after Thanksgiving. You'd like to think they'll find something on the turf in New Orleans, but that has a chance to be a fun game. Falcons, Jets, no. Arizona, Pittsburgh, no. Miami, Washington, not really. Your final 1 p.m. Slater, buckle up a little bit. Broncos, Texans. Who had that on the map? The Denver Broncos and Vance Joseph. That defense has been turning people over. They faced the Texans coming off the loss to the Jaguars, which felt like they could have really inserted themselves into the season. They are 6-5. My Denver Broncos, the Ponies, they are 6-5. Kind of a defensive team versus what's been an offensive team. Will the Broncos offense find anything? I'm believing in Sean Payton. Or will Stroud and the Houston boys in Houston, will their offense be too much for the Broncos? Really good test for both teams. It should be a good game. 4 o'clock, 3 games. Carolina, Tampa. No. Cleveland, Los Angeles. Yeah. The game you're watching. Arguably the game of the year. San Francisco 49ers are playing the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Philadelphia coming off the overtime win to the Bills. Niners are 3-point favorites on the road, or at least they broke as 3-point favorites. It's still there. So that's Vegas doesn't joke with the money. That's what I try to tell you people. This isn't like, oh, I don't know, this is kind of cute. No. Very smart people and very smart numbers think that the San Francisco 49ers are 3-point favorites. I'm interested to see Sirianni and the boys are going to be out of their mind. The fact that the 10-1 Philadelphia Eagles are home dogs. I mean, if I was a Philly fan, I'd be going out of my mind. I almost want to say don't bet that game so you could just enjoy it. In Philly, that place is going to be a madhouse. So you're watching that at 4. Kansas City at Green Bay at night. Yeah, it's Sunday Night Football. Jordan Love's made some good steps. Mahomes and the boys, nice bounce back win over the Raiders. Let's hope that I'm in on the Jordan Love turnaround. So hopefully that continues. Otherwise, I think we all know what Kansas City can do, but will they? a little Bengals Jacksonville on Monday night. If you know how much of a sports loser I will be, I'll be tuning in. I'll be checking it out while hopefully relaxing a little bit. Like I said, get excited for a big week of baseball. I cannot wait to catch up with you guys in about a week and a half or so. Again, I think you might get a silly Wake and Jake something, maybe from Beebs and Zoe. Beebs and Jolly, I don't know. I might put you guys to work too.
Okay.
But yeah, I thank you guys. I'm excited. Follow. I'll be posting silly stuff on social per usual. Enjoy the football weekend, and hopefully baseball starts going nuts. It's been a little calm before the storm. Maybe people are waiting until winter meetings at this point. I'm excited to find out with you, and I love you guys. So thank you. We'll see you soon.